During the New 52, Damian Wayne and his mother were killed, and their bodies were kidnapped by Ra's al Ghul. Their bodies were encased with an artifact called the Chaos Crystal that could potentially resurrect them, but they were intercepted by Darkseid's minions. After a huge battle, Batman lost the Chaos Crystal, and Darkseid's army retreated back to Apokolips with the crystal and Damian's body. He swore to the rest of the Justice League that he was going to Apokolips to bring his son back alive. So Bruce knew if he was going to Apokolips, he was gonna need some firepower. So back at Justice League HQ, he accessed the Hellbat armor. The Hellbat armor is a powerful suit that was forged in the sun by Superman and constructed by every member of the Justice League. It was built to allow Batman to engage powerful threats beyond his level, and considering he was going to Apokolips to save his son, the Hellbat armor is what he needed. The Justice League weren't on board with his plan and thought going to Apokolips was a suicide mission, so they stopped him from taking the armor. Bruce was determined to save his son with or without the Justice League's help, so he asked Dick Grayson to simultaneously distract the members of the Justice League. But Lex Luthor, who at the time was working with the League, was on to Bruce's plan, but by the time he figured out it was too late. Bruce had already acquired the Hellbat armor. Being sympathetic to Bruce wanting to save his son, Lex Luthor decided to help him by deactivating the armor's tracker and giving him a mother box to open a boom tube. For those of you unfamiliar, boom tubes are portals that allow fast travel anywhere in the universe. So as the Justice League figured out Batman's plan, they headed back to HQ, but they got there too late. Bruce had already opened the boom tube and went to Apokolips. Now on Apokolips, Bruce first tried finding Godfrey, who took the crystal and Damian's body from him. But meanwhile, Tim, Jason, and Barbara weren't gonna let Bruce do this by himself. So they used Cyborg to help them open a boom tube to Apokolips, and he went after them as well. After Bruce finally caught up to Godfrey, he began torturing him, asking where his son and the crystal was. Godfrey explained that Kalibak, who was the son of Darkseid, had taken the Chaos Crystal and Damian's body, and were using them as an energy source for one of his weapons, to destroy planets. Naturally, Bruce wasn't too happy hearing that his son's dead corpse was being used to power a weapon. So Bruce took off to find Kalibak, fighting his way through Darkseid's army of parademons. He was even flying through entire ships, destroying them. He was really determined to save his son. In the midst of him battling through the parademons, the rest of the Bat family who went to Apokolips finally found him, and after giving them the rundown, they all proceeded to help him find Kalibak. As Kalibak was using Damian's body and the crystal to test his weapon, Batman and the rest of the gang show up, and while he dealt with Kalibak, the rest of the team discovered Damian's body. But while they thought everything was going according to plan, Darkseid shows up, so y'all already know what time it is. Darkseid tells Batman he won't be using the mother box to leave, but he responds by saying he has no intentions on leaving, while proceeding to throw hits on Darkseid. He starts to return fire and knocks Damian's body and the crystal over the edge, which forces Bruce to disengage. Bruce tells Cyborg to open a boom tube and he has one last thing to get, but Darkseid gets the jump on him and begins to overpower him. Now, given how tough the Hellbat armor is, Bruce is holding on, but the armor has a mechanism that draws power from the wearer's metabolism. So though Bruce is able to survive Darkseid, the armor itself can kill him. Bruce is able to finally break from Darkseid's grip to continue with his plan to escape Apokolips. As Cyborg opens the boom tube, Bruce tells Darkseid to kill him, so he powers up the Omega Beams. But as he fires to kill Bruce, he pulls out the Chaos Crystal, which acted as a magnet that absorbed Darkseid's Omega Beams, charging it up in the process. So now that Bruce had everything he came for, he needed to buy them time to get back through the boom tube, so he diverted power from the Hellbat armor to the chest and blasted Darkseid. The few seconds they had with Darkseid being put down, Bruce and the rest of the team were able to quickly take Damian's body back through the boom tube and escape Apokolips. Now that they were back on Earth with Damian's body, Bruce used the powered Chaos Crystal to resurrect him by pushing it into his chest, which caused a giant explosion. Seconds later, Damian woke up. The Chaos Crystal worked in resurrecting him and reuniting Bruce with his son. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.